Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode. Now you might be thinking to yourself, man, it sounds really echoey where Braden's at. Well, I'm actually under an acrylic tunnel with a lot of water and some stingrays above me. Let's take a look at what I've got going on here. Ooh, we've got a gray smooth hound shark swimming by. Got another shark right there, right in front of us. How cool is that? But we're not actually going to be talking a lot about sharks today. We're going to be talking about their cousins, stingrays. Above me, I've actually got a bunch of round rays. It makes it super easy to remember their name, because if you take a look at them, they're just all really round, right? Now, I wanted to do this kind of undershot so you can see what the bottom of a stingray looks like. A lot of people, have no clue what the bottom of a stingray might look like. Now you can see that guy swimming by there. He is a bat ray. You can see him swimming by. Now we've got a couple different species. We've got the round rays, the bat rays. We've got another type of ray. We'll see if they swim by, but they look very, very close to the bat ray. They're called the cow nose ray. They just look a little bit different. Oh, there we go. That's cool. We actually got one swimming by there right now. You can see they look really, really similar, but they've got special flappers on the top of their face that they're gonna use to be able to dig in the sand there. Now, stingrays, let's take a look. Let's take a look at this guy. He's being nice and still. Now you can see he's got these holes on the side there. Now he is blowing out water through those holes. Now those are called spiracles. That's how he breathes. He's got two holes on the top there. He's gonna draw in water from the top, and it's gonna come out the holes on the bottom. Now the reason it doesn't suck from the bottom is because he would suck in a lot of the sand when he's on the ground floor, and he doesn't want to do that. So he sucks from the top, sucks in that air, comes out those spiracles in the bottom, and then he's good to go. Now take a look at that mouth. That is so cool. Wow. Now, one of the coolest things guests are able to do here at SeaQuest is you're actually able to feed the stingrays. Now, a lot of people might be a little nervous before you feed the stingrays. I've had people ask me, do they bite? What does their teeth look like? Now, they actually have special crushing plates. They don't have regular teeth like you would think of a shark or like we do. They've got those special crushing plates that they're going to use to eat crustaceans and things with a really tough shell. So today, we're going to hop out of this tunnel and we're actually going to feed these guys some shrimp. And you'll see kind of what guests are able to do when they're at the aquarium here. Wow, so cool. Now, another thing I wanted to talk about is how do you tell a male and a female stingray? Now, it's these two fins on the back here. Now, you can see there's just the two back fins. So this one, I know this one is a female. Take a look, just the two back fins. Now, take a look at this guy right over here. You can see he's got the two back fins, but he's also got two smaller ones right next to him there in the center. Now those are called graspers, and that's how I know this is a male stingray. Now I'm not gonna tell you until we take a look at this one, but what do you think this one is? Guess at home what you think. Now that's a female, right? You can see it's only got the two fins on the back. It doesn't have the two graspers like that guy does. Now when you're at home or going around work, now you can tell folks you know how to tell a male and female when it comes to stingrays, right? Now let's hop on out of here and let's feed some of these guys. We're gonna talk a little bit more about how they find food, how they're hunting, all that kind of good stuff. Let's hop out of here real quick. There we go. Now hopefully it's a little bit less echoey for everybody, but I thought it'd be really cool if we could see kind of what the bottom of a stingray looks like. So what I'm feeding them today, we talked they can eat stuff with a tough shell, right? So I'm gonna be feeding them shrimp. Now let's go right in here. Let's see. Got some shrimp there for you. Come on, buddy. I got shrimp. He might be sleeping. There we go. Now this is what guests are able to do at the aquarium. We're able to feed these guys. And once they start getting a sense that, hey, food's around, they start going crazy. Yep, now that's a bat ray. Remember, that's a bat ray. Awesome, let's give them some more food. I'm just gonna dump a bunch in and we'll see if we get kind of a feeding frenzy going on. There you go. Now the coolest thing about these round rays, when they eat the food, they're gonna dome on top of it, so none of the other stingrays can come and steal it from them. Now this guy's the cow nose ray. We talked about how he's got those little dangly things on the front of his face that he can use to dig into the sand, reveal some more crustaceans, stuff like that. Now stingrays have very, very poor eyesight. What they're relying on is their sense of, ooh, we got a shark coming in who's wanting some of that shrimp as well. What they're relying on is that sense of smell. Now they don't have a regular nose like you or I do. Their smelling receptors are actually inside of their head. So they're gonna draw that water from up top from those spiracles. You can see the spiracle right behind. What are you doing, shark? You can see the spiracles right behind the top of their head. We got a little goatfish here. He's one of my favorite fish in here because he thinks he's nice and big and tough. He'll school with the big guys. He's one of my favorites. You can see he doesn't care that large stingrays are trying to eat shrimp. He's coming along and trying to get some for himself. What a silly guy. But they're gonna take in that water from those spiracles and they'll be able to process it, and that's how they smell. Now another couple cool things about these guys, some species of stingrays are known to swim in over 10,000 stingrays strong, and they're gonna migrate in those large groups. Wow, look at that. And one of my favorite parts, and a lot of guests' favorite parts, is when you're at the aquarium, is you'll actually be able to touch the stingrays. They just feel so interesting. Let's see if some guy comes up. Now I got gloves on because I did some food prep, or else your hands will just smell like fish all day when you're chopping the fish. Let's see. No, they're just all interested in eating. I don't blame them, I would be too. We'll kind of give you a more broad view of this. Oops. If I can figure out the camera, right? Give you a more broad view of this ray exhibit. Now, another cool thing that guests can do here at SeaQuest is you can actually do a snorkel with the stingrays. You can have a 45-minute encounter and you can actually swim inside of this exhibit with the stingrays. And you can see in here we've got some sharks. You can swim with the sharks. Now that's a smaller breed of sharks, so they know we're not food, so we're not in any danger there. And they also feel comfortable with us because they know they've been around us for a long time and they've never ever been hurt, right? Awesome. Now let's see if I can point out another species. I can see another one on the ledge. Let's see if he'll come up and cooperate for me. Of course, when I want him to cooperate, they never do, right? Just my luck. Let's see. No. Of course he swam away. So let's just remember these guys. We've got the round rays because they're nice and, ooh, there we go, he's swimming by. That guy that's swimming by right there, he's an Atlantic ray. That was the one I was trying to point out, but he was being very elusive. Now we've got the Atlantic ray. Remember these guys right here, that is the bat ray because he doesn't have those things on the front of his face. Awesome. I love stingrays, they're so cool. Take a look at that one. You can see it's breathing in through those spiracles. Wow. So cool. One of my favorite parts here at SeaQuest. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, folks, for stopping by for another episode. We talked about, some of the different species of stingray that we have, what they eat, how they smell, how they breathe. So I hope you learned some fun facts about them today, about some of my favorite marine animals here at the aquarium, and we'll catch you next time. Thank you.